Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee with Buzz. It's been about 3 months since I've made a post, but due to some of the market conditions, our TPS setup has not been showing up very often. In a choppy market, I don't see the trend up that I need for my trend pattern squeeze setup. So like I told you guys before, if the setup isn't there, I don't trade it. So I'm not going to sit there and force trades and try to find something that's not there and then end up losing money. And I wouldn't want to post a video and show you guys something and you guys end up losing money trying to force trades either. So I did do some day trading. Did some crypto stuff as well, but my TPS setups just were not there for a little while, so I just did not post any videos. I mean, there were a few, but I didn't feel the need to post a video, about one trade here or there. So right now, I just want to walk you guys through. It's going to be a little bit more of a training video on how to set up Thinkorswim with the indicators that I see. And like if you're new to this and you need some guidance, how do I get my charts to look the way they look? And I'll show you, oops, wrong button there. But if I wanted to go back to right here, what are these clouds right here? What are these lines? What are these lines? And then again, how do I get these squeezes? Now the stuff up here really you don't need, but I use them for trending. I'm sorry, for charting, and I want to see where their support and resistance lines are going to be. So if I'm in a trade, I can look, okay, it's going to probably bounce. And I can kind of show you briefly what I'm doing here. Let me minimize some of this stuff here. Sorry, guys. All right, let's get some more room in here. We don't need to watch the time and sales. These are all pre-market lines that my computer draws automatically. I will show you guys how to set this up, and I will post the links so you can copy and paste everything into your Thinkorswim and save you a little bit of time. But the main things that really come down to it is you're going to need your TTM squeeze indicator, which is here. I like to see my RSI, and as you can see, I'm looking at DWAC right now, DWAC, and you can see it's above 70, and that typically means it's overbought, and it's going to end up pulling back a little bit. And if you can see, I've got some these are my clouds. Anytime they deviate outside of the cloud, the stock is going to tend to pull back inside of this cloud. And these are all my pre-market lines as well. These are my moving day averages, and this is a multi-day VWAP line. This is a daily VWAP line, the blue, and a few other things of just deviation lines that I use. And you'll learn more as you go. But I'm going to show you guys how to set this up right now. So basically, you're going to go into your studies, edit studies, and you're going to look for TTM squeeze. Okay, you're gonna type that in right over here, TTM. There's multiple ones in here. I just use the regular squeeze, TTM squeeze right here. There's all these different kinds in here. No need for them right now. But you're just gonna click, hit add. So you go ahead and click one of these, hit add. It's gonna shoot over here to the right. You can move these up and down. I'm gonna actually just remove this so I don't screw up my stuff now. But you can go ahead and move these up and down, and that's where it's gonna show up over here on your main screen. So my lower is my RSI. So you're gonna wanna go over here and type in RSI. Right there. You're going to hit add selected. It's going to pop over here somewhere. I just put it in the lower part. My TTM I put in the other grid lower. So my TTM's here, RSI's here. And then I have my moving average. So you're going to type in your moving average, you can go ahead and I used my exponential, this one here, and you're going to slide that over. You're going to load 2 of those. Then you're going to click on this little gear right here, and it's going to bring up this page here. I set this one to 8. These are my settings right here. This is the color that I used. You can use any color you want, doesn't matter. And make sure it says show study. You're going to hit OK. Then you're going to click on your another moving average. You're going to click on this one, and you're going to set this one to 21. Okay. Hit OK. Now on my other charts, I set a 200-day, but for this one, this is my my screen that I leave up while I'm trading. So I set up a TTM scalp alert. I also set up pre-market lines and my VWAP, because volume weighted average price is something that I watch very closely when I'm in a trade. And I will put links. And actually, while I'm here, let me just show you this one here, because this one's very in-depth. So when I do post this link for the VWAP Ultimate, these are my settings. So you're gonna have to probably pause this and go through it on your screen, but go ahead and pause, get the first screen. I'm gonna go ahead and scroll through these. You're gonna need to pause and go through it on your own. That's the next screen. That's the next screen. These are all the settings that you're going to need for your bands. That's the next one. And that's the next one. Now, this here gets a little tricky. You're going to need to click on each one of these, okay? And you're going to need to pay attention to these. Like, some of these do not have check marks. I remove these. When you first load this in and all these checks are checked, there are lines and clouds and colors everywhere on your screen. It's just confusing. So you need to go through these and disable some of the things. So I'm going to click through these one at a time, and just, like I said, pause and make sure all your settings are right on each one of these tabs. Okay, so that's the first tab. Second tab, I have a show plot. Show plot. Show plot. Show plot. Show. Show. This one I have disabled. 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 Show. Show. Disabled. 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 Show. Show. Disabled. 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 I'm going to just keep going through these. Show. Show. Disable. 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 Show. Disable. 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 And disable. Okay, and again, you're going to need to pay attention to these colors down here as well on some of these, because a lot of these, when they first load in, they're black. So you can't even see them on your screen because it's black. It just blends in with the black background. So make sure your colors, as you go through these tabs, are set, because a lot of them are black. And you're going to need to, some of them are dynamically set. But you'll see as you start scrolling through, like this one could be black, and you'll never see it even though you have it under show plot. So pay attention to each tab, make sure your colors are set. If you want to set them to the same colors that I have, so your screen looks exactly like mine, so you can follow along much easier, that's up to you. That's just for me. I'm colorblind, so I have certain colors on my screen that I can see better than others. So I have my VWAP pre-market lines, which this is just, it's pretty much, these are my settings on it, but these are amazing. I love it. It's all dynamically drawn. I don't do anything once you load it. And these are these lines over here on the right, those are my dynamic pre-market lines. And during the day, you will see price action hit those lines to the penny. And just great for charting. Scalper alert, you don't really need this. I use it on there. And what a scalper alert is, see these little arrows right here on the right? That usually tells me it's getting ready to turn. So, but they're really, honestly, they're not super accurate. You'll see them popping on and off here as the computer thinks that the trend is going to reverse. But you know, like I said, it's just another thing that I have in my arsenal just to help me a little bit, or at least get my attention. So if I do see this, okay, it's something that I want to watch. Okay, let's see if it bounces here a little bit. That's something that I have set up. So again, those are my settings. Get out of this. Let's see here. Where'd all my drawings go? There we go. They're all loading up very slow, it looks like right now. Now my next thing that I want to show you, we're not going to worry about this. We're going to go to the next page. I have another page set up, usually, that has all four of my charts on one screen. So I have a daily chart. Just set, where is it at here? I guess I'm on it right now. So daily. Then I have a 195-minute chart right here. I have a 130-minute chart here. And I have a 90-minute chart here. To set that up, you can go to, I'll have to show you, it's under flexible grid. Let's see, customize grid. You're going to click on this link right here, this button. You'll see these things pop up in your screen, and you can add and remove windows. So let's just say I want to add one down here. I would click this. Now it's going to show here. You can click and drag these to fit your screen. I want to remove that one, so if I want to delete, just click that, get rid of it. But you just set up 4 screens that way. So you're going to set up, you know, just click one down and then one over and one over. All right. And then when you're done with that, you're going to go back to this screen, take the customize grid off, and that's what you're going to be left with. On each one of these, oops, let's see, I clicked the wrong thing here. Go to studies, if I can get to it. Oops, sorry guys, I'm on the, it's been a little while since I'm trying to find the button for this. Let's see, I guess I could just do this, right? Control click. Or maybe I can't get to it from there. Hold on a second. There we go. Studies. There we go. Sorry, a little bit blind, a little bit slow on this. Sometimes I don't normally mess with these very often, but you're going to go to Edit Studies. So I basically just right-click, brought up the window, Studies, Edit Studies. I'm going to click on this. This is what I have set up for each one of these screens. I have a 8-day moving average. Again, you click on this gear to change that. 21-day moving average, and a 200-day moving average. And then I set my colors. I have a TTM squeeze indicator and my RSI. Now, depending on the size of your screen, when I'm on my laptop, my RSI does not show up on any of these. I only get to see the TTM squeeze. But if you have a larger screen, like when I have up on my trading platform, I can see my RSI as well. When I'm showing you guys this, I can't see it on here. but you don't really need it, to be honest, for the purposes that we're using these screens for right now. So let's just go ahead and pull up FinViz. This is what I do every morning. I go in, I click on my preset. And guys, if you don't have a preset, you can go ahead and make a free account with FinViz. Once you set up your free account, you can save your screens over here. And these are my settings that I use as I've shown you in the past videos. And this would be my search. So I had one of my students ask me about ARCH. Asked me if this was the pattern, and yes, this is basically the pattern. You can see it broke down a little bit here, but it did hold back. So let's go ahead and pull this up into Thinkorswim and see if this is something that I want to trade. It does have the bull flag pattern. Let's see if there are squeezes on multiple time frames. Again, my computer runs a little bit slow when I'm recording, but okay, so in the 195-minute chart down here, you can see I have a squeeze. So it's definitely squeezing on the 195-minute chart. I do like that pattern. I do not see a squeeze on the 90-day, I'm sorry, the 130-minute chart or the 78-minute chart. And I see one squeeze forming here on the daily, but there's one red flag here, and it's this right here. We have earnings, okay? There are earnings today on this. I do not like to trade anything through earnings. It is a crapshoot. Can it shoot up? Yes, absolutely. Can it shoot down? Yes, absolutely. So this is something that I do not like to hold anything through earnings. Now, if you look, they had earnings, and let's see, hold on one second here. Actual earnings were 492, so they beat earnings. So you would think that this would go up. But I can tell you, there's so many times you have great earnings and this thing will shoot down. I don't know why. You would think that with great earnings that all stocks would want to go up, but that is just not the case. It is a coin flip, and you do not want to be caught through earnings on a coin flip, because if you have that option, the option has already factored in the price move on earnings. So they already basically know, okay, yeah, we got a 474 projected, it's a 492 actual. They already know that there's 20 cents, we'll call it, factored into the option already, and it's going to move one way or another, and the option's already anticipated that move, and you just don't want to be caught being wrong on that one. So it's just not worth it to me, so I don't trade through earnings. Otherwise, we would have two squeezes here, and I still would not trade this without a third. I would like to have three charts. It doesn't matter what three, but I want to have three charts with squeezes on them. And this one only has one dot, so this is something that we could watch. Let's see if it continues to move forward. Maybe it moves up, maybe it moves down, but it's not there yet. So let's go back to FinViz, and let's see if there's anything else on the books to trade. CLR looked okay. Let's see what CLR has in store for us today. Let's see, I have a squeeze on the 195-minute chart, and that is it. So you can see I have one dot right here on CLR. Nothing else is squeezing. We do have earnings coming up as well on the 2nd. I wouldn't mind trading it into earnings, but I wouldn't want to hold it past earnings. But as of right now, we don't have enough squeezes on the multiple time frames. This one is setting up, so it's something that, if it keeps popping up on our chart in FinViz, maybe we end up getting a trade out of eventually. Dick's Sporting Goods, I always love Dick's Sporting Goods. I've made a lot of money on Dick's Sporting Goods. You can see they've already pre-charted this one a little bit for you. It's starting to get into a little bit of a wedge. But unless this breaks up above 130, it might have a chance to continue going higher. but not our setup. But I always like to look at DKS. Let's see. We got Macy's. And again, I've already got two charts that do not have squeezes. I have a squeeze setting up on the 78 minute. Let me zoom in a little bit for you. And yeah, we've got a really nice bull flag pattern. We've got a 78-minute chart. If you wanted to get in on like a quick day trade on the 78-minute chart, this one, if it falls in between your 21 and 8-day and 21-day moving average, maybe scoop this up for a quick day trade. Until everything else sets up, this is not something I would want to hold for a long time. But on the 78-minute chart, we can expect a little bit of a pop today, or you just don't really know, but you can expect a small pop. It's not going to be a huge move. Maybe you make 20%, 30% on a quick day trade like that. But again, this could continue to move horizontal for quite some time until these, the 130-minute chart or the 195-minute chart start to get squeezes on them to anticipate a bigger breakout. Now, if these all had squeezes, my next price target would be probably 29, because you got a 28. This is going to want to break out, test the 28 again, and hopefully break through. But again, until these squeezes start setting back up, this is not a trade. And this is what I've been running into right now with the market being a little bit choppy. I'm not catching my trends the way I need, so I'm not getting the squeezes on these bull flags yet, but they're starting to set up. So probably if this market continues for another week or so, we're going to have a lot of setups beginning, and we're going to have a lot of trades almost every day. And then you're going to want to be picking the best of these trades, because we're going to have 10, 15 stocks to choose from, and then you can kind of be a little picky. Right now, it's a 50-50. I mean, nothing really looks great right now. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go to the next one. Next page. I mean, I've been looking at Twink for a while. It just, you think it looks good for a while, and then it just, you open it up, it just doesn't. Voya. Let's go to Voya. I've got a squeeze here, nothing, and nothing. But this one here is something that you might want to watch. Don't buy this yet, but keep this one on your radar. I do believe, I've been charting this one. As you guys can see, I've charted this one before. We're right above. We broke through this level here. It's something that I definitely want to keep my eye on. It's going to probably bounce sideways here for a little while between 68 and 70. And hopefully we can see a squeeze set up. We have earnings coming through on the 2nd as well. So we'll just keep your eye on that one. But that's basically where we're at. There's not a lot to trade at the moment. And some of the things that I'll do is I'll go and I'll take my float short, and I'll drop it like 10% and see if anything comes up in there, if I'm really feeling like I want to try to trade. And that happens quite often in this market, because the setups just are not there. So I kind of get a little, break my rules every once in a great while, and I'll drop it down to 10% float short. But again, there's still not any great setups, even at 10%. So I probably will not be trading anything for my TPS setup this day, or probably even tomorrow as it looks right now, unless something new pops up. But I'll probably just do some day trading, or I'll just go golfing. We'll see. Like I said, I don't like to throw my money away, and tomorrow is always a new day. So hopefully you guys learned a little bit today on how to set up these charts. I will post links on my, let me just go back to it real quick. I will post links for this VWAP Ultimate, and also my pre-market lines as well. And the rest you can get straight through Thinkorswim just by searching. So that's how I have my chart set up, and hopefully you guys learn something and this gets you on the right path. And I will start posting videos as I start seeing things set up. If you don't see a video from me, that basically means the TPS setup is just not there for that day. So, all right, guys, good luck. And again, don't give your money away if it's not there. Don't trade. There's always tomorrow. I'll see you guys.